Hello guys, today I'm flying to Japan from a local airport in Korea. This airport is called Cheongju Airport. Yeah, you probably never heard of it before. It's just a small airport. One of the good things from here is it takes only 2 hours to Tokyo. I sat by the window to see Mountain Fuji. Unfortunately, during winter, the sun goes down so fast that I couldn't see it. Now we just arrived at Narita Airport in Japan. It was around 7 p.m. when I landed. And wow, the airport was so crowded. I ended up spending a long time at immigration. As soon as we step outside, we see a sign for Skyliner. But here's the thing, it's a little expensive. So instead, I will take the Sky Access line. Wait, what? The name sounds almost the same, right? Yeah, they even own the same track, so the staff here provide guidance to avoid confusion. The Sky Access line is a simple regular train. I never take the Skyliner when I come here every time, but I can tell you the difference. The Skyliner has lesser seats and is much faster. Finally arrived at my Airbnb. By the time I got here, it was already late at night, so I decided to just explore tomorrow. Good morning guys, today I'm heading to Ginza to meet a friend who lives in Tokyo. I'm really excited because every Sunday Ginza turns into a vehicle-free promenade. No cars, just people walking around and enjoying the streets. It sounds like the perfect place to take some nice pictures. Now I just arrived at the station. Here's a quick tip. What's inside my wallet is Passmo, an IC card you can buy at the airports, train stations, or even convenience stores. It works on trains, buses, and even taxis, and you can recharge it at any station. Or if you are considering a Tokyo Metro Pass, remember, it only works on Metro and Toei subway lines, not JR trains. So if your hotel and main spots are on Metro lines, the pass might save your money. Also, if you use Google Maps, it will not always suggest routes that match your Metro Pass, so Passmo seems more safer choice. As soon as I arrived in Ginza, I thought every street was vehicle-free, but it was only on Main Street, so I followed the buildings and found an amazing view. To enjoy this street, I walked from start to finish. It was almost 1.1 kilometers, maybe in 0.7 miles, and looked like I had a lot of fun exploring. Here are some of my favorite shots from Ginza. After that, we had a late lunch and went for a simple bowl of ramen, just like locals. Then we walked to the Tokyo station. It wasn't too far, it takes only 15 minutes. So I'm here at Tokyo Station. It's such a beautiful red brick building. This place is so iconic. I had to take some photos. And here they are. After spending some time at Tokyo Station, I took the train to Akihabara. The moment I arrived, I feel a little bit of different vibe compared to other places in Tokyo. My friend told me there are so many shops around here, so I just stopped by the famous building here. I thought it would be all about anime and games, but there was so much more. Trading cards, plastic models, paints, craft tools. Honestly, it feels like an hobby paradise. The store closed at 8 p.m, so I just run around trying to see everything really quick. After that, I had late dinner. I was almost out of energy at that time. And then, while I was here, I picked up a charger for my smartphone, since I forgot to bring my 110 volt adapter. You know, Akihabara is actually famous for being an electronic town, so it was the perfect place to find one. Later, we grabbed a beer at a nearby. There was a small fortune-telling machine looked like this. I was really curious about what will happen, so let's try. But unfortunately, nothing came out. Maybe that machine trying to tell us the bad luck. Let's forget about the bad lucks. I will show some pictures from here too. Good morning again. The weather here was so nice. Hope every day just like during travel. Today I will go to the Asakusa, a famous place for tourists. I used Google Maps to go there, but thankfully there was clear sign at the stations. As soon as I stepped out, most of shops were selling traditional things. And there were also kimono rental shops, but unfortunately I didn't try it this time. Maybe next time. I think I feel a bit shy to wearing on. On my way to Sensoji Temple, I was a little surprised by how crowded it was, even on a weekday. Most of the visitors were foreigners just like me. When I got inside, I can see the view what I saw a lot on Instagram. The buildings on both sides were lined with shops selling some traditional things. But I couldn't buy anything from here because I forgot to empty my bag. And also there were so many Japanese street food too. I think we can meet all the Japanese street food here. Then I go inside more. The first thing I saw was the lucky draw in here. I don't know why my eyes are always on this kind of fortune telling. And the people were hanging the paper on the leg, soon I understand why. Let's give it a try. I don't know how to read this, but I can easily match it and found it. And also a little surprised because I couldn't read this. But there was explained at the back.
Good fortune is in future. Good.
I opened this.
After that, it was time for lunch. I was looking for something good to eat. Can you guess what I had? Maybe it's easy to guess. Yeah, it was a bowl of ramen again. You know, this is the best for the cold weather. Before leaving the Asakusa, I stopped by the tourist center. Maybe we can get some good information here, but I'm here for the view from the rooftop. We can see a full view of Sensoji at the top of this building.
Wow.
Of course, I didn't forget to take some pictures, and here they are. Then I moved to the Dokyo Tower, one of the landmarks in Tokyo. After getting out of the station, I found the Dokyo Tower that looked high in the distance, and I followed the tower. On the way, I came across this amazing place. I wasn't expecting to see something like this, and the view here was so amazing. When I arrived at Tokyo Tower, I saw people lining up. It looked like a popular photo spot. The line wasn't too long, but I decided to keep moving. Still, I will show what we can take from there. To capture a memory of my trip, I went to Shiba Koen, where it was less crowded, and took some selfies. Next, I headed to Shibuya, one of the most famous spots in Tokyo. I wanted to go up to Shibuya sky at sunset to see the city from above. But when I got there, all the tickets were sold out, so I couldn't get in. Next time, I will definitely book online in advance. If you are planning to visit Shibuya Sky, I recommend online reserve. Luckily, there was another building nearby with a nice view of the sunset. It wasn't as high as Shibuya sky, but it was still pretty amazing. Of course, I had to check out the famous Shibuya crossing. There were so many people, I couldn't even count them all. After that, I walked around this place to take some pictures and just enjoy the vibe. Of course, I couldn't live without taking some photos, and here they are. Then I headed back to Asakusa. When I was here this morning, I thought it would look great at night too. And it did. But the only problem, it was freezing. My nose pretty much told me how cold it was. For a late dinner, I went to a McDonald's nearby. I was looking for a ramen again, but unfortunately, most of the diners were already closed. So I tried something I can't get in my country, a double teriyaki burger and black tea. Honestly, I really like it. Wish we had this on menu too. Oh, I almost forgot. Here are some night photos from Asakusa. Good morning again. The weather is still nice today. I'm heading to Ameyoko shopping street. I've been here for a few days now, and I'm starting to get used to the street around me. On my way, I found something interesting in a vending machine inside the station. Japan has so many unique drinks in a vending machines, and I loved trying new ones. I have tried peachy water before, but this is my first time to seeing a strawberry version, so let's give it a try. The taste was a little strange at first, but after a few sips, I actually started to like it. Honestly, I didn't think strawberry and water would go well together, but it's not bad. When I arrived at Ameyoko, I was really impressed. It's such a lively place. So many people, so many shops. It feels like a mix of a market and a shopping street. You can find everything here, and the price might be the best in Tokyo. I didn't plan to buy anything, but I ended up getting a hat. It looked nice and warm, and honestly, it was so cold today that I really needed this. Oh, and here are some photos from Ameyoko shopping streets. Next, I head to Odaiba, which is a bit far from the main city. One interesting on the way, the train had no driver. It felt strange at first, but also kind of cool.
The next station is Hinode U4.
When I arrived, I knew buying that hat earlier was a great choice. The wind was pretty strong, cold but also nice and fresh. Odaiba was very quiet. There were so few people, it almost felt like no one lived here. I even thought, is this little still Tokyo? From here, I could see the main city across the sea. The view was really beautiful, and the whole place felt calm. I was waiting for the sun to set. I wanted to look around a bit more, but the view was just too beautiful, so I stayed and watched it. Maybe I was just feeling a bit tired. Later, I went to Teleport Center, a place known for its night views. When I got there, no one else was around. I thought it might be closed, but luckily it was open. The view from the top was so beautiful. The city lights, the quiet. It felt like I had Tokyo all to myself. I stayed there for a while, just enjoying the moment. And now here are some pictures from Odaiba. Good morning again. Can't believe it. Today is already my last day in Tokyo. I woke up late, so lunch was already done by the time I stepped outside. Since I didn't feel much in landscape this morning, here's a quick view of street on my way. Luckily, the weather's been great during the whole trip. My first stop was Ikebukuro. As soon as I got there, I went up to Sunshine Tower. When I reached the top, I saw a sign pointing toward Mountain Fuji. Looks like we can see it from here on a clear day. So of course I went over and looked, but no, Fuji didn't show up today. That was a bit disappointing. Still, the view from up there, totally worth it. Before I left, I saw a Spy Family display. I guess it was trending or something at the time. Then I looked around some of the shops on the second floor. Most of them were filled with big name anime stuff like Crayon Shin-chan, Pokemon, and of course One Piece. I wasn't planning to buy anything, but yeah, I ended up walking out with a Joro poster. I just couldn't help myself.
땡땡 오願いします.
Finally, I just paid for this. Next stop is Shinjuku. I got there around sunset and walked near a spot that might look familiar to some of you. It's one of the places that appeared movie in your name. If you know, you know. And then Shinjuku at night. It was already dark when I got to Shinjuku station. People, lights, noise, it hits me all at once. I started walking without any plan. Just wanted to feel the city one last time. Shinjuku seems more alive at night. I heard Ameyoko is a popular spot for a drink, so I decided to check it out. It felt way more narrow than I thought, probably just because of the crowd. It actually looked even tighter than in the photos. I was thinking about grabbing a drink here, but it was way too crowded, so maybe next time. Instead, I went up to the pedestrian bridge, looked over the whole city one last time, and took a few final photos to remember this moment. And here are some photos.